Good morning, everybody. Let's start with our toe lifts. So it's Tuesday, so we've got Tabatas today. 6 circuits, 2 exercises per circuit, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and we're going to do 4 rounds of everything. Let's lift our heels right, left. And I will say we are going to be doing legs today. I don't want to do legs today. So we've got that big hole in the backyard. We started filling in said hole. All right, right leg, swing it front to back. Hold on to something if you need to. So we have started to dig up the dirt and toss it back down in the hole. 4, 3, switch it over to the other side. So swing it front to back. Brace the core. So we don't have to go super high. I just want you to start to wake up those hips. 4, 3, switch it. We're going to take the leg out and cross. So you can tap and tap, or you can lift and then make a bigger cross across the front. 2, good, switch it to the other side, out and in. So lift and cross. Upper body is nice and tall. Good, 2. Good, switching sides, heel down, toe up. We're just going to circle those hips. Change direction. All right, let's switch it over to the other leg. So heel down, toe up. Change direction. 4, 3, slow deadlift. So hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So hinge, 2, lift, 2. So hinge it forwards, soften the knees, but we're keeping that little tail feather tuck. I'm notorious for doing it too. I still tend to arch my back a little bit. Good, let's take it forward. We're gonna hold it in place. Let's open and close our book. So open and close. Open that shoulder back behind you. Little bit of a chest and bicep stretch. Let's bring it all the way up, slow squat. So now chest is lifted. We start to bend our hips and our knees a little bit more as we sit down in a really low chair. Good, we've got 4 more, down and lift. So chest stays lifted versus sitting the hips back and then doing a little bit more of a bow. I want you to keep that chest up. Good, all the way up, arm circles up and back. Let's bring it back around to the front. It's okay if your arm circles are a little bit lower. 1 more like this. All right, right, left, going back only. So just nice, good back stroke. Think about swimming in the water. So it's cooled off a little bit, but it is still so muggy. All right, forward step and reach right here. Forward step, pull it back, squeeze the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, we're going to do our open book, so take it forward, open, close, and back. Forward, open, close, and back. 1 more. All right, side lunge, step it out, hold it in place. Little side to side, you can do a little thigh to thigh if you'd like. 7, 4, 3, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. So it's just a little arch and a little tuck. So we should feel this right at the top of our pelvis. If you don't want to arch and round, you can do a little belly breathing. Good, 1 more. Hold your tuck. We're going to roll it all the way up, roll the shoulders. We're going to step it back into a plank. So adjust your position if needed. Let's hinge it forwards. Hands to the floor, step it back into your plank. We're going to do a nice good hold. All right, let's down dog, and plank. Down dog, and plank. Good, let's walk it all the way back up. You can step it forward, you can walk it back, however works best for you. Coming back into the center, heel stomps. So you can keep the feet on the ground and just stomp it down, or you can jump. Good, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders, up, back, and down, circle the wrists, grab a quick drink. All right, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. We're going to do heels elevated squats, and then we're going to do goblet squats. So heels elevated squats, you can just put your heels on dumbbells. You can just roll up your mat. You know, if you have something just really thin that's not going to slide around, your heels don't have to get elevated very high. Your second exercise is going to be a goblet squat. So heels elevated, your feet are hip width apart, toes pointing pretty forward. Goblet squat is not quite a sumo, it's just maybe shoulder width apart with your toes out to the corner and a dumbbell right at your chest. So we're just going to do a couple rounds of squats. And this one, the first exercise is a little bit more knees and quads. The second exercise is a little bit more hips, glutes, and inner thighs. So we're just going to elevate those heels. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So this is just kind of a regular squat. You're a little bit more upright. Again, it can be really shallow. You do not have to go super, super deep if your knees don't like it. But a lot of you will probably be able to go deeper because you're taking those ankles out. And if you've got really tight ankles, that gives you a little bit more mobility. Good. Now we're going to just step forward a little bit. Take the legs a little bit wider, toes to the corner, dumbbell right at the chest, and we're just going to squat it down. So this should be less knees, more hips and glutes. So squat down, lift it up. Same thing, your squat does not have to be super deep. Knees track over your second toe. 2 and 1. Then I switch my dumbbells. I carefully walk it back, elevate my heels. Again, feet are about hip width apart here. 2 and 1. Good. So I'm a little bit, you can tell I'm quite a bit more upright here. But this is definitely a little bit more knee. I feel this right above my knees on my quads, especially after yesterday. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Carefully step off. Again, I just go a little bit further forward. Now my feet are a little bit more shoulder width apart. 2. Good. So we're going to drop it down and then lift. Drop it down and lift. So this is definitely a little bit more glutes. So same motion, but our body position changes. 2 and 1. And that's going to affect which muscles we're using. Again, you can just roll up your mat, so it doesn't have to be super high right here. If you need to, you can also just do feet flat. And this one is going to be a little bit weird, but you can do just a little bit more of a knees push forwards. Usually we don't do this. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Going for goblets. So you can do that as an option as long as it feels okay for your knees. 2 and 1. And if you've got it, again, if you can keep your feet flat and you don't want to push the knees forwards, you're just going to change your leg position. So you're just going to have knees forward, toes forward for the first exercise, and then legs wider, knees and toes a little bit to the corner on the second. Good. We have one more set. One more set. And then we're going to give the legs a break, and we're going to go back to upper body. 2 and 1. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to lift. So again, we don't want to drop our bodies forwards here, but we don't have to stay perfectly upright back against the wall. Got a little bit of a hinge. My tummy does kind of get closer to my thighs, but my chest does not. Good. One more set. One more exercise. We're gonna do our goblets. So just a little bit wider right here. So squat it down and lift it up. Squat and lift. Think about the really low chair. So you're trying to sit in a really low chair because it's the only one that's available. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Dumbbells down. Shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink. Clear your area so that your area is safe. So I'm going to move my 8s out of the way, my heels elevated ones. Next round, we're going to do rows and we're going to do bicep curls. Rows and bicep curls, because when we do rows, we get a little bit of bicep. So it's kind of a double whammy for your arms. But we're just going to do a basic row, 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So just nice basic row. So we're just going to stand, hinge it forwards, drive the elbows back, squeeze the shoulders. So yes, we get a little bicep here, but we don't want to make it a bicep exercise. This is all biceps for me. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to go for biceps only. 3, 2, 1. Again, I'm going to alternate because I'm going heavy today, but if you've got a lighter dumbbell, then go ahead and do both at the same time. And I pulled out my lighter weights just in case I need to go a little bit lighter today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we're going to go back for our rows. The important thing to make your rows, not biceps, is to squeeze your shoulder blades together first. Good. So hinge it forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then drive the elbows back. So you can see here, this is honestly just biceps. I look like I'm doing a row and I'm not. So I want to squeeze my shoulders, drive the elbows back. Squeeze and then drive. 2 and 1. Bring it up. Going to go for bicep curls again. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So going back for our curls. Again, I'm alternating heavier dumbbells. But if you're going lighter, do both. You'll get your volume by doing more repetitions with a lighter weight. 3, 2, and 1. Good. This round, I am going to rotate, palms facing forwards to do my rows and my curls. So shoulders down. I'm going to hinge it forward right here. I'm going to drive and drive. So I'm not doing a lot of bending and straightening of my elbow here. It looks like I am, but I'm not. I'm squeezing the shoulder blades, pulling it in towards the midline of the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, palms facing forward or palms facing up, bicep curls. This is our supinated grip. So when we bring our hand up, we look like we're holding a bowl of soup. So just a nice good curl up, slowly lower. Wrists are nice and neutral. When we start to get into the heavier weights sometimes, we lift and we let those wrists drop versus keeping them level. Good. Rest. Got one more set. For me, this is 1. It's my hands that always give out. 2 and 1. Good. So nice, good row. So it's a hinge forward, drive back, drive back. Again, do both at the same time. You're good. But focus on using the shoulder blades and your back to do 90% of this. The biceps and hands just follow along. 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. I'm going to go back for bicep curls. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So nice, good curl. Lift and lower. This is just like when we do chest presses and we do triceps, which we are going to do later. Chest presses are chest, but you still get triceps. Same thing here. Rows are back, but you still get a little bicep. Good. Dumbbells down. Shake it out. Walk around. Grab a drink. Gonna move on. Give the upper body a break, and we're going right back into lower body here. So we are gonna do a single leg deadlift and then a lunge. I would like you to do 2 rounds right and 2 rounds left. You can do your supported kickstand deadlift, or if you want to work on some balance, then you can just do a regular deadlift. Your second exercise will be your lunge. Decide if you want to grab a dumbbell or not. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So just nice and tall. We're just going to do a nice, good single leg deadlift, or a B stance or kickstand deadlift. Or if you need to, both feet flat on the floor, and you'll do that. I call it the walk like an Egyptian. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. I'm going to do the same leg, and I'm going to do lunges. I'll just keep my dumbbell on the same side for this round. 2, and 1. So I'm going to step it back knee to the floor, and then stand tall. If you don't want to do the step back and the step forward, you can always just take it back, go down into the deepest lunge that you can and hold it. You'll get a little isometric there. 2, and 1. I am going to do the same leg. You're welcome to do the other side and alternate, but I am going to switch which side my dumbbell is on. 2, and 1. So I'm going to switch which side is holding my single dumbbell. This is just a little bit different for core, and then it's a little bit different on how your leg is going to stabilize you while you're doing these exercises. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Little shakeout, and same thing, just going back into that lunge. If you need to, hold an isometric lunge. 2, and 1. So I'm going to take it down, push through, and stand tall. To me, this is easier. It is easier for me to have my dumbbell on the same side. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to switch sides. And I'm going to do my inside dumbbell again. Good. Right here. So I'm just going to do my single leg deadlift, hinge, and then bring it up. I'm keeping that dumbbell right next to the inside of my leg. I'm not letting it go forwards. I'm just holding the dumbbell in place. 3, 2, and 1. I'm holding that dumbbell in place. My body controls the up and down. We're going to go for our lunge. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to step it back into my lunge, and I'm going to stand up tall. This is our single leg work for today. We want to make sure we get squats, we get push, we get pull, we get some rotation, we get single leg. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Switching. I'm switching my hands to my outside leg now, or my outside hand. Single leg deadlift, last set. 2, and 1. So just a nice good hinge. Again, push the hip back and then fold forwards. My back leg, this is my bad leg. My back leg is my counterbalance. So for this one, I'm trying really hard not to let my outer thigh and hip take over. 2, and 1. Good. Bring it up. We're going to shake it out. We've got one more set of lunges, and then we're going to go back to upper body. 2, and 1. Good. So drop down and lunge, and then stand tall. Down and up. So for the next circuit, if you have a band, great. If you don't, body weight or very, very light dumbbells. Good. Rest. Bring it up. Shake it out. Walk around. Grab a quick drink. We have shoulders and a little bit of rotator cuff. Shoulders and rotator cuff. So first exercise is a side shoulder lower. Shoulders are out to the side, lower and lift, lower and lift. So go very light here. Second exercise, roll the shoulders up, back and down into your back pocket, lock the shoulders in. Option 1, body weight. Option 2, grab a band. Option 3, body weight or dumbbells. Hinge here. But notice I'm not lifting big. It's little and your shoulder blades are packed against your torso. So you have options. But we're gonna start with those shoulder lowers. I am grabbing 3s because I am super wimpy in my shoulders. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So again, shoulder blades are set. We lower and we lift. We lower and we lift. And you can have your arms just that little bit out in front, little bit out in front. We don't want to start shrugging our shoulders up by our ears. Our shoulders are set down. Good, bring it in. So you have options. I'm gonna do my forward hinge, but again, core is tight, shoulder blades down and back in my back pocket. I'm gonna lift and I'm gonna lower. Lift and lower. Your upper arm from your shoulder to your elbow is glued to your torso. So I don't want to see any space between your shoulder and your elbow and the side of your body. It's a very tiny movement. We're focusing more on shoulder blade stability, good rest, than we are movement. So your movement might be here. It might be itty, itty, bitty. All right, shoulder blades down and back. So here, yes, we're doing shoulders. Yes, we're doing some rotator cuff, but I want you to pack those shoulder blades against your torso. So somebody glued your shoulder blades to your upper body. Lower and lift. And I've got 3s and I am already feeling these. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in if you need to. There is absolutely nothing wrong with packing your shoulder blades and being here. Your time is on. You are welcome to be here. You can use dumbbells here, but those dumbbells are really going to be working your biceps more than your shoulders and your rotator cuff. That's why I don't have you doing dumbbells here, because it's just your biceps holding your dumbbells. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to do our shoulder lowers again. So you can adjust your hand position if you need to, but set the shoulder blades down and back. This is also brace the core. So we don't want to round, we don't want to arch, just to get those arms up there. It's just that little tuck, soft knees. I have the slightest little bend in my elbow. But I'm just going to lower and then lift. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to go for our little bit of external rotation. I'm going to use my band this time. Your time is on. So same thing here. It's just out and in, out and in. Keep those arms parallel to the floor. But again, it's shoulder blade is packed. We're opening and closing our door. So our shoulder down to our elbow is the hinges where our door attaches. Good. Rest to the wall. And then this is just us opening and closing our door. Got one more set. Shoulder lowers. Shoulder blades down and back, right here, down and lift. If you need to, body weight, super light. This is also our torso is staying nice and tall. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We've got one more set. External rotation here. External rotation. So shoulders down and back. Again, so think about bending your elbows, hinge it forward if this is what you want to do. This is such a small movement. This is so tiny. We just don't want to let those elbows pop away from the body. So your range of motion might be just a couple of inches. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in. set it down, shake it out. We're heading down to the floor. We are going to do chest and triceps. So we're going to do chest presses and we're going to do skull crushers. If you are standing, a banded chest press is your great option, or sit in your chair, lean back, incline chest press. For skull crushers, you can do a kickback or you can do an overhead extension. I am not particular which one you do. Either one is fine. You can even do a banded tricep kickback if you want to, but chest press and something for your triceps. This is going to be a double whammy for your triceps, especially if you keep your elbows close to your body. You're going to get a lot of triceps. So adjust your hand position as needed. Now, if you're using a band, I know that 20 seconds with a 10-second rest isn't very long. You can do 4 rounds of chest presses and then 4 rounds of skull crushers if that's going to work better for you. But 20 seconds of chest presses in 3, 2, and 1. So it's just a nice good press up and then lower. So it's the same thing where we want to focus on the chest pushing and then the elbow straightens. And then when we do skull crushers, it's the bending and straightening of the elbows. 2 and 1. Good. I'm just going to do a single dumbbell just because of time and transition. Single dumbbell skull crushers. Good. Time's on. So I'm going to lower and lift. Lower and lift. So it's a gentle bend of the elbow, and then we straighten the elbow, we squeeze, we try to get that elbow as straight as we can. So lower and lift. Good. All right, going back for our chest presses. Round number 2. 2 and 1. Now remember, when we do our chest presses, we don't want to let the end of our dumbbell drop in towards our chest. I want you to think about keeping your wrists in line with your elbow. We lower and we lift. So it's not quite a chest fly, but you keep that wrist right over your elbow. Good. Bring it in. We're going to go back for our skull crushers, or if you're standing, tricep kickbacks. Good. Time's on. So we're going to lower and we're going to lift. And I'm starting to feel this in my triceps today. Again, I was doing a lot of shoveling yesterday, so my entire body is just really, really tired. Good. Bring it in. Going back for chest presses, round number 3. We were very thankful that we could dig out the hole with a backhoe or an excavator. Good. Time's on. We can't use that to put the dirt back in the hole. So hand shoveling it is. So nice, good press. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going back for skull crushers. This is round number 3. Definitely feeling these today. Here we go. So slow lower and then lift it up. Our next set is just core. Don't have to use any weights. Good. Rest. Got one more set of chest presses. Kat, you are in the worst spot. Time is on. Chest press. Last set. She's making me laugh so hard. I'm going to drop my dumbbells. You've been so good the last week. Why are you doing this now? 2 and 1. Good. One more set of triceps, and then we're going to set those dumbbells away for our last circuit. 2 and 1. Good. So we're going to lower the dumbbell, lift it back up. Elbow stays pointing to the ceiling if you are doing overhead or skull crushers. Elbow is pointing back towards your hips or the wall behind you if you are doing kickbacks. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can stay on your back. Just make sure that you've got a little bit of space. We're going to do oblique crunches, and then we're going to do dead bug unilateral. So if you are standing, you're going to do right shoulder to left hip, right shoulder to left hip, and then you're going to do single-sided. So you're going to start with elbow to opposite, little oblique, and then you're going to do kind of a dead bug standing. You can barely tap your toe down, but it's all about that stability, and you'll do same. So to make it easier, I'm going to start right arm, and I'm going to focus on my right arm going to my left knee, and then my right arm and my right leg doing the dead bug movement. Let's go ahead and take it all the way down. Knees bent, feet flat. We're going to do right shoulder to left knee in 3, 2, and 1. So we're just going to do that oblique. And if you want to keep the foot on the floor and just lift the upper body, you can. We're just going to do that little bit of an oblique crunch. Shoulder goes towards the opposite knee. Chin is relaxed and away from the chest. We don't have to push it out. We just don't want to tuck it. Good. Now we're going to be on our backs. We're going to lift up, and we're going to do right hand and right heel are going to go to the floor while the left side stays in place. So first exercise, we did opposites. This exercise, we're doing same. First exercise, we were adding a little rotation. This exercise, we're focusing on our stability. So we're not allowing any rotation, and we're keeping our core pulled in. Good, rest. Same thing, I'm going to do my second round on this side. If you want to do the opposite side and alternate, right, left, you can't. Really? Time's on. We're going to oblique. So shoulder towards the opposite knee. Again, if you're on the floor, if you just want to do shoulder to your opposite knee and not lift the knee up, that's okay. You can just do a little oblique. Good, rest. Now we're going to lift it back up into our dead bugs. Arms up, right arm, right heel, same side, are going to go down to the floor right here. So down and up. So this round is stability. The last round was a little bit of movement and rotation. It's okay if your thumb doesn't get to the floor. It's okay if your leg doesn't go out all the way straight. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it in. Now we're going to switch to the other side. If you did round 1 right, round 2 left, you're going back to the right side, but I'm going left shoulder over towards my right knee, just a little oblique. If you don't want to do the lift and lower, you are welcome to do an elbow to knee and hold it. And hold it. That's an option as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back in the center, back into our dead bug. And now left hand, left heel going to the floor. Good. Time's on. So take it down and bring it back up. So similar exercises, similar movements, different purposes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We've got one more set, and then we're going to stretch, and we will be done for the day. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So just nice good oblique. Shoulder goes towards the opposite knee. Same thing if you're standing. It's just that little bit of rotation. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. Lifting up into that dead bug. Arms up, legs up. Same arm and leg, same side. 2, and 1. So this is really good for stability and mobility of the shoulder. And I like to think palm facing in while I do this. That actually helps open up that shoulder joint. So if you have trouble getting your arms to go up overhead, try rotating from the shoulder so that your palm faces in. Good. Bring it in and rest. We're going to go for our stretching. I am going to take a minute, move my dumbbells out of the way, see if I can grab a drink. We're just going to go for a nice good stretch. We're going to start on our backs. If you need to start sitting in a chair, you absolutely can. We're going to take it all the way down onto our backs. We're going to take our arms out to the side, palms facing up, form that letter T. You can take your legs up and have them off of the floor, or it's a little bit easier to keep them on the floor. We're going to squeeze the knees together. Try to take both knees over to the right while your left shoulder stays as close to the floor as you can get. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're just going to do a nice good side to side, and your wiggle might only be a few inches, and that's okay. Everybody's a little bit different. We're just focusing on a little movement. If you don't want to do the wiggle side to side, again, you can just absolutely hold it in the center and just get a nice good chest and bicep stretch. Good, 2 and 1, and we're going to take both knees over to one side, does not matter which one. Roll all the way over to your side. We're going to do our open book. So bring your knees in line with your belly button, stack your hips and your knees and keep them stacked. Extend those arms out. We're just going to open our book, bring that shoulder back behind us, and then close again. You don't have to get your hand or your shoulder to the floor. Sometimes it's better if you don't, because it means you're keeping your hips and your knees stacked. Good. Now we're going to keep that top hand and bottom hand extended out. Our top hand, we're going to place our fingertips on the floor, and we're going to draw a rainbow up and over our head, and we're going to try to open all the way back behind us, finish that rainbow, and then come back around. So we're drawing a rainbow on the floor, up and over our head. And it's okay if your hands come up off of the floor. I want you to try to keep them on the floor, but this depends on your shoulder mobility, your chest flexibility, those muscles, and then your torso. Bring it back around. Now we're going to bring it back into the center. We're going to hug our knees, pull the knees into the chest. If you would like to lift up a little bit, you can. Round your back, but if you don't want to, just pull the knees into the chest and hold. 2 and 1, and now we're going to roll to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. 3 open books and 3 rainbows. So stack the hips and knees in line with the belly button, arms out, and we're just going to open our book, and we're going to close our book. And I am very tight. I cannot get my shoulder and my hand to touch the floor if I squeeze my knees together, but that's okay. Good. Bring it back in. Top hand, fingertips touch the floor. I want you to draw a rainbow on the floor, up, all the way over if you can. Finish your rainbow, and then come back around. Good. So I'm going to try to do 3 of these. You can do these. You can do arm circles against a wall if that's what you're feeling. If you did mobility with me the last couple weeks, we do this against a wall. Good. Bring it in. We're going to flip it over onto hands and knees now. And we're going to sit back into our child's pose. So tuck the toes under, hips to heels, reach those arms out. Nice, good stretch. At this time, if you need to come to standing to take pressure off of your knees, you absolutely can. Just give yourself a minute. You can add a little side-to-side wiggle. Good, and now we're going to do our wave. Tuck your chin, round your spine, roll through, pull the shoulders down, point your toes, squeeze the glutes, drop the hips. If you don't want to be on your hands, drop down to your elbows. If you don't want to be on your elbows, drop all the way down, chin resting on your hand. Just lie on your tummy. If you're standing, heels of your hands on the shelf of your glutes and push down. Good. Let's tuck the toes under. We're going to lift it up into a down dog. So press it up and back. Little hamstring stretch here. Again, if you need to do this standing, little forward fold. I'm going to try to walk my hands back a little bit. See how that feels. We're going to carefully bring our knees down to the floor, hands and knees position. Walk the hands back to the knees, walk your hips to your heels. We're going to do a few shoulder rolls. When you are ready, we are going to come up to a standing position. So we're going to come up to a standing position, however you would like to come to standing. We're going to take the backs of our hands into the small of our back, shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the elbows together without pushing the low back and the ribs forwards. So it's kind of like we're doing a little isometric row here. 3, 2, and 1. Release, big breath in. Right hand grabs the left wrist, and we're going to add a very gentle little side stretch. Take it down. Big breath in. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Very gentle little stretch. Bring it down. Couple deep breaths in right here. Big breath in. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time. Big breath in and out. And you are all done.